team, this is part 3 of your heat catch MS model worked example. So hopefully you're still following me at this point. Let's have a look at the model. Here we are. So we've put in our basins, our meteorologic, so the rainfall depths. We've put in the time period we want the model to run. Now we need to tell it how to spread the rainfall depths that we've put in here, how to spread that over time. So we add a component called a time series data component. Just call it gauge 1. So gauge 1, as before, we'll call that our two-year storm. Now I need to swap screens and just show you the spreadsheet that I put on Moodle for you. This is the spreadsheet here, and what the spreadsheet does, it lets you enter in the 2-year rainfall depth, the 75 mils that we put in before, and it takes that and it spreads it out over 24 hours in 10-minute intervals. So you need to copy this and then paste it to your model, and I will show you how to do that. So I've pushed copy, and I'm going to share my screen share. So we need to go into gauge 1, which we are, change our time interval to 10 minutes because that's what our data is in. That's the time period we told it we want it to run before. And here's the table. So if we paste those numbers that we worked out in the spreadsheet, what you see here is a graph, and that graph is based on that rainfall depth being spread over a period of 24 hours. So that is all we need to do for the 2-year one. So that's good. Then we need to do, I'm going to add a new one because we go to control time series data manager. You can add a new one. So you want one for the 10-year storm, and we then want another one for the 100-year storm. So let's go ahead and create 3. So let's go into number 2, 10-year storm, and same as before, we need to change that to 10 minutes. And then we need to go back to our spreadsheet. Yeah, and I've set up I've just copied that first thing across, and I've put 130 mils in there. You can just do it all on the one sheet if you like. So I'm copying that, and then I'm going back across to my model, and I'm pasting that there, just like we did before, making sure I've got that cool graph all done. Then we need to do gauge number 3, 100-year, make sure we change it to 10 minutes, go to our table, go back to our spreadsheet, and I'll put the 200 mils in there for this 100-year event. Copy all of that, copy, back to my model, and I'm pasting that there, checking that I've got a graph. Woohoo! I do. That's awesome. So that's all of my my controls, my time series data. So that's all been input, and then the very last one. Oh, is there anything else? So for our model, I think that is actually all that we need to input. So now the tricky thing is getting it to run. So we go to compute. Sorry, go to compute, and do it up here, create compute, and we're creating a simulation run. So that's called, it's going to call it run 1 to make sure that we're picking up all the right things. So basin 1 with all these different storm events, 2, 10, 100, control that we've already put in, we finish. And then we go across to the compute tab over here, drop down our simulation run 1, and we right click it and we go compute. See, a failed run. And that's pretty typical when you get to this point, because then it seems to lose connection sometimes. So it's just a squishy thing about this model. So then we just need to go back to the start, and we need to check everything. We need to check that everything is connected. Everything is connected. So usually this first bit is okay because that's our basing model. Everything in there is usually okay, but it's when we get down to the meteorological models that it gets a bit squiffy. So this is 2 here, yes. Include subbasins, yes, yes, okay. Check the gauge weight, right. Check all those to yes. See if that fits it in. And there's always something to do with this bit that makes it not work. And I went to this course, I went to a 5-day course about this, and the guy that's like a super duper expert, oh, see, it's lost my depth. Okay. Said it's just some errors in the model that keep creeping in. And he said, you just got to keep persevering and make sure, just go through and check each time. So I'm sure, I mean, I don't use this a lot. So maybe if you use it lots and lots, you get really, really good at making this work. And I'm sure you guys will be super duper experts by the time you have twittered with it. Lost our storm depth. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to go through and just check. So remember, the weighting is just always 1 because we're not actually applying a weighting. We just want it to be as it stands. Yeah. So just go through and check all of those. Yeah. And see if you can get your model to run. I will post one final video showing my model working. But yeah, this is all you need to do. Okay, seems so easy, but the tricky part is making sure everything connects and getting everything to work. So for now, best of luck with that. When I've made mine go, I'll post it. Any questions, send me an email. Make sure you work through your project, read through the instructions. The only thing that's different from what's written is that I don't really need any hand calculations from you. Pretty sure that we have a spreadsheet from the TP108, and then we have the model outputs. That is sufficient. Cool, have a good day.